Hey y'all, it's your girl Kalina. I wanted to hop on and really just talk about why I started the podcast. As you all know, I run Unapologetic podcast and also coaching platform. As I've been scaling in my career and as I've been navigating the tech industry, I just was learning throughout my different ups and downs. I've been in tech for almost a decade now, and I just learned that there was a secret manual that was not written. On how you got your promotions, how you negotiate salary, how you were able to set yourself up for success when it came to your branding, and also how to pick companies. That was not and that was not provided to me. And so as I started maneuvering the industry and finding my own success and pushing barriers, I realized that I had questions and people just wanted to understand, like, how did I do it? How am I picking these companies that are IPOing? How am I going from um, coordinator to manager to senior manager to director to head, you name it. And it was something that I was more than happy to sit down with people and have a coffee. But I realized that I was doing a disservice by not communicating this information to the world. And so last year, during the time of George Floyd, I was extremely frustrated. And I felt as though I needed to have a bigger voice and I wanted to showcase my voice. And so I actually was sitting down with a friend. We were outlining all the different things that I could possibly do. I could write some blogs, I could build a site, I could do a YouTube channel. And before you know it, I was like, I'm going to roll out a podcast and I'm going to just tell stories. I know so many different people. I want to showcase these women. And in particular, I wanted to showcase women of color. I work with so many different people in the industry, and it makes my heart sad to know that I know so many phenomenal women of color that most of the time aren't giving a platform to showcase their success. And they're not given a platform to be vulnerable, and they're not giving a platform to show how excellent they are. And so as I was talking to people, I just asked, I said, would you be willing to share your story? Do you want to come on to the podcast? And I had women that were willing to take a chance on me, women from Google, Salesforce, PayPal, you name it. And they were women from all types of backgrounds, some minorities, some immigrants, and they were nervous, but they also felt as though they had a duty to give back, and they also had just like a moment of having an opportunity to be real. And so these were women that were director and above, they had teams, they had navigated the industry, they understood how to deal with microaggressions, how to deal with biased statements, how to deal with no's, how to deal with negotiations, you name it. And so throughout the interviews, we just had real talk. And before you knew it, I actually found something. I found a niche. And so what developed out of frustration of not having a voice, now I have an opportunity to give women that want a voice, that want to be seen, and opportunities to just shine. So with Unapologetic, the reason why I named it Unapologetic is because we are in an industry where there's a lot of opportunity. And at times, I believe that we feel as though we have to make ourselves feel a little bit smaller. We have to not bring our whole self to work in order to be successful. And I wanted to have a safe space where you can actually be vulnerable and where you can actually highlight your struggles and highlight how you push through those struggles and found success. And so, unapologetic is derived from you being unapologetically yourself in tech. And so I see a lot of people on a regular basis that walk away because it is too hard or it feels lonely or you don't have a tribe or a friend that you can rely on or you honestly feel like you made the wrong choice, which is not the case. With Unapologetic, you not only get knowledge, you not only connect and hear from phenomenal women, but you also have an opportunity to create a community. Every single woman on my platform opens up their arms saying, if you need help, contact me. If you need ways to navigate, contact me. And so creating this platform has actually allowed me to create a marathon, right? I think that I am privileged and I have worked my butt off to get to where I am inside the tech industry. but there's still more room to for me to grow personally, and there's opportunity now where I want to see more women thriving inside this industry. I want to see women pushing the barriers, and I want them to go after jobs that they are nervous about. Um, a few weeks ago, or not even a few weeks ago, few months ago, I was reading, and it always catches my attention when there's job descriptions that are posted that says you have to have X amount of years of experience and you have to have all these skill sets. When I coach different clients, they always tell me, "Well, Kalina, I can't," especially women. They always say, "I shouldn't apply to this. I don't meet all of the job description. I don't have all the skill sets." What I've learned based on research and surveys is men will apply to a job where all they have is maybe one of the skill sets. Women don't actually apply for the role unless they hit every single qualification that is on that job description. And I think that that's holding us back because we are capable, we are savvy, we are strategic, and if given a chance and if given courage, we can conquer the impossible. So with Unapologetic, I have decided to focus on the next season on awareness to empowerment. And what I mean by that is a lot of the times when you are in undergrad, when you're in your master's program, you are following the rules, right? You're trying to navigate the industry and you're trying to check off these boxes. But what many people don't realize is everyone has a unique skill set. And so when you are aware of those skill sets, you can be an asset to people, to companies, and you can actually develop the career that you want. You can be an entrepreneur, you can work in a tech company, you can work in corporate America, you name it. But in order to get to where you want to be, you have to be aware of what you bring to the table. You know, nobody's going to tell you what you bring to the table. If you don't know your worth, somebody else is going to tell you what they think you're worth. And then you start believing that. And so the whole purpose of this season is for you to outline what is your skill set? How can you thrive in whatever industry that you're in? How can you to be the best you? And so when you're listening to these stories of women that are highlighting, here's what I was good at. I was good at communicating. I was good at facilitating. I was great at negotiating. I was great at networking. It all starts somewhere. And so when these women are showcasing where they were aware about their skill sets, they then start talking about how they did stepping stones, how they got to stage one and stage two and stage three, and ultimately how they got to a point where they were able to not just empower themselves, but they were able to empower others. And so my hopes in this season is for you to really listen in, take notes, and feel empowered. Feel as though you do have a purpose. Feel as though that you do belong in that industry. Feel as though that you do belong and you can reach that promotion, that you are qualified, that you are qualified to step out of your shell and actually get what you dream of. So ultimately, the whole purpose of this is for me to provide a space that was not given to me when I first started out. I want people to build the confidence. I want people to not just feel grateful for their opportunities, but feel like they rightfully worked their butt off to get that opportunity and that they deserve it. I want women in particular to feel like skies is the limit. I really truly believe that as women, we have power. It's just on how you use the power. And within this space, it is a goal of mine to create a community of thriving women of color and women that come together and they don't settle for less. If you can get anything out of my podcast, I want you to feel like you are worth more. And I want you to know that you can strive for whatever you want in this world. And the only thing that's stopping you is you. And also probably material, which I'm hoping that you get the material here, listening to amazing women tell you their struggles, tell you how they've navigated, and tell you how they have genuinely found success. And so, with that said, I hope that you enjoy the season. I hope that you learn lots of lessons, and I hope that you are able to inspire others after listening to Unapologetic. With that, stay tuned, get ready for eventful season, and take care, y'all. Blessings.